Hello everybody, I'm very happy to be with you again, and today we are presenting some vocabulary items from Theme 1, Education for students of grade 11. I hope they are going to be of help to you.
And we are going to start with Theme 1, of course. We are going to start with the list of vocabulary items in the section of listening in your book. I will give the example first, and I would like you to get the meaning of the word from the example. There was a lot of activity in the classroom. Everybody was moving. There was a lot of activity in the classroom. Everybody was moving. So the target word is activity. 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 Could you guess the meaning of the word? I'm sure it's an easy one for you. Activity means a situation in which there is a lot of action or movement. A situation in which there is a lot of action or movement. But there is a problem here. I hope it's not a big one. Yeah. The word activity. If you'd like to get the plural form of the word activity, what would you do? Take care, because you have to transform the
Y letter at the end of the word. It's going to be I-E-S, so it's going to be activities. Activities. T-I-E-S.
Okay. So, activity. Another word in another example. Let me write down that date before I forget it. Let me write down that word before I forget it. I'm sure forget is one of the easiest words for you. Forget. Yes. Forget. Forget. So what does it mean? To lose from your memory. It's a verb meaning to lose something from your memory, to forget something. To forget something. Another example with another word. The south of France has positive associations for me, as I used to holiday there as a child. So we have associations. Positive associations, good associations for me, as I used to holiday there as a child. To holiday, of course, means to go there for holiday. So associations, what does it mean? Look at the words again. Association. Association. I will remind you that last time we said that association was one of the ways we can learn new information, and we said it means linking an old piece of information with a new piece of information. And in this example it would mean a feeling or thought that relates to someone or something. A feeling or thought that relates to someone or something. So if you think that a song has some associations for you, it means it will remind you of something. Okay, association. Another one. You can get frequency with vocabulary by listening to the word several times. You can get frequency with vocabulary by listening to the word several times. Several times can tell you something about the meaning of the word frequency. Several times and frequency. And I remind you again that in the last session we said that frequency again was one of the 5 ways of learning new information. Frequency. 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 So it means the number of times something happens within a particular period. The number of times something happens within a particular period. So frequency means how often you do something, the number of times you do something. This is what we call frequency. The adjective would be, can anybody tell me what the adjective is? The adjective would be frequent. Frequent. Of course, very good. Another word. And remember, we are still giving the words, the list of words from the listening section. It is easier to remember the words in the long term. It is easier to remember the word in the long term. Long term. You can guess from the word long. Long term. Long term. Long term. What does that mean? Continuing a long time into the future. Continuing a long time into the future. Long term. Another one. Try to find something memorable about the word. Try to find something memorable about the word. Memorable comes from memory. Memorable. Memorable. What does it mean? Memorable. Yeah, this word is used to describe something that is likely to be remembered. Likely to be remembered. Something easy to be remembered. Another example. Have you got a good memory? Yes, and now you have the word memory. It should be easy now. Have you got a good memory? I mean, can you remember things? So if you have a good memory, it means you can remember things. So, memory, memory, memory. Yes? It is the part of the brain where information is kept. Of course, the word memory has lots of meanings, but in this example, in this context, it only means the part of the brain where information is kept. Another word. Using mnemonics can improve your memory. Using mnemonics can improve your memory. So we have the word mnemonics. 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 Yeah. Have you noticed something strange? The first letter, which is M, of course, is a silent letter. You don't say it, you don't pronounce it. Mnemonics. Mnemonics. So, it's something that is used to help a person remember something. It is a way, of course, of remembering new information. And it is one of the ways we mentioned last time that you can use to improve your memory or to learn new information or new vocabulary items. Another example. This is an easy one. Can you remember things like names, telephone numbers, people's faces? Can you remember things like names, telephone numbers, people's faces? So remember, of course, is the opposite of the word forget, which we just discussed. So, remember, remember, remember. Keep in the memory, to keep something in the memory. Example, another word, the short-term memory. The short-term memory. If we describe the memory as a short-term one, what does it mean? Short-term memory. Short-term. 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 It means something lasting for a short time only. Lasting a short time only. So if you say short-term memory, it means that kind of memory in which you keep information only for a short time. Like we said last time, if you keep a telephone number in your memory only for a short time, may be enough to dial a telephone number on your phone, and then you just lose it, you forget it. So this is a short-term memory. Another example, she does a variety of fitness activities. See the word activities here, the plural form, activities, IES here at the end, okay? So let's go back to our word, variety. She does a variety of fitness activities. She does a variety of fitness activities. Variety. Variety. Many different types of things or people. Many different types of things or people. So variety means different things. I remind you again, last time in the last session we said that variety was one of the ways we can improve our memory, because variety means using different activities with one word or with a piece of information. Okay. I would like you to go back to your student book and open your books at page 9, okay, and ask yourself this question. What can we do to remember these words? Is there anything special you can do to remember these words? It's a very good question. You have a very long list of words, but what can you do to remember these words? You should do something about it. Please go and look at the list and ask yourself this question. What can you do? Yeah, some people would say, we will repeat them, say them lots of times. We will listen to them several times. Yes, you're right. Very good. You have any other ideas? Well, I have one idea for you. Okay. Try to find relationships between the target words. Target words mean the words we want to study. Try to find relationships, connections between the words, especially the meanings of the words. Okay? Here is the list of words. Again, they are activity, association, forget, frequency, long-term, memory, mnemonics, remember, short-term, variety, and memorable. I would like you to reorder these words again according to some connections. Try to find any relationships between these words. Okay, you have 1 minute to think of relationships between these words, and I will come back to you. Okay, I hope you have come up with good ideas. Okay. One idea is to find opposites. Find words that are opposite to each other. Did you find any opposites? I'm sure you did, because you are good students, I know. Yes, very good. Forget and I can hear it. Of course, remember, forget, remember. Excellent thinking. Anything else? Of course. Long term, yeah, and short term. Very good students. So we have forget, remember, long term and short term. Another idea is to find the ways of remembering new information, and these you know from last time. Try to find the ways of remembering new information. You can put a title like this and try to get the words under that. Very good. Association is one of them. Next, activity. Frequency. Very good. What's next? Variety. Mnemonics. Very good. Association, activity, frequency, variety, and mnemonics. These are ways of remembering new information. Very good. And we have derivatives. Derivatives are words that are taken from each other. For example, the word memory. What part of speech is that? Memory is, of course, a noun. Memory is a noun. If we try to form the adjective of that, that would be memorable. Memorable. Memory and memorable. This should be easy for you because they look kind of similar, I'm sure. So we have memory and memorable. So please, my dear students, try to find connections between the words. If you do this, I'm sure you will not have any problems dealing with the new words. Then we move to another section, which is speaking. We have another list of words waiting for us. I'll start again with the example. Yes. Oral students learn better when they listen to the teacher. Oral students learn better when they listen to the teacher. From the picture, you can guess. Oral. Oral. What is the meaning of oral? Relating to hearing. Anything that is related to hearing. And from last time, you know that we have some different types of learners, and the oral learner is one of those types. Oral. Another example with another word. He's a quick learner. That's an easy word. He's a quick learner, from the verb learn. Learner. Learner. Yes? A person who is still learning something. A person who is still learning something. A student, for example. A learner. Another one. He is a multi-mode learner. We knew that we have some types of learners. One of those is a multi-mode learner. But what is the meaning of the word mode? Mode. Mode means a way of operating, living, or behaving. So it's a way of operating, living, or behaving. So mode means a way. Another word. Please fill in this questionnaire. Fill in this questionnaire. So, questionnaire. From the first part of the word, you can guess we have the word question, and then we have an ending here. Questionnaire. And from the picture, questionnaire. What is the meaning of questionnaire? A list of questions that a number of people are asked so that information can be collected about something. If we'd like to know opinions on a certain subject or something, we give people a questionnaire to answer, and then we give the information. So that is a questionnaire. Another example. Easy one again. Visual learners like pictures. Visual learners like pictures. From the picture, you can guess. We have a picture of an eye here. Visual. Visual. Relating to seeing. Anything that is related to seeing. So if I say a visual learner or a visual student, that means somebody who likes to learn by seeing or watching things. Another one. Kinesthetic learners like examples. Kinesthetic learners like examples. Yeah, I hope you remember that from the last session. Those kinds of learners, those who like examples, who like doing things using their hands, we call kinesthetic. 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 So it means a person who learns by doing. A person who learns by doing. So if somebody would like to cook something, for example, especially females, they would like to learn cooking things by doing the action, by cooking, not by reading or not by watching somebody. They would like to do it themselves. Okay, these were the list of words on your student's book, page 13. So please go back to that page and again ask yourself the question, what can we do to remember these words? What can we do to remember these words? Try to find something you can do to remember these words and to keep them in your long-term memory. Well, I've come up with one idea. Hope you like it. You can put a title like this. Learner is the title. Then you can draw a circle in which you put the types of different learners, which are visual, oral, kinesthetic, and multimode. And you have all these words on your list. Learner, you have different types of learners, visual, oral, kinesthetic, in multimode. But there is something missing, yeah, questionnaire. And a questionnaire is given to a learner in order to decide which type he is. A questionnaire is given, of course, to a learner in order to know if he is a visual or an oral or kinesthetic or multimode learner. You see, so please try to find relationships between the words. This is the way to do it. Then we'll move on to the section of reading. We have another list. Okay, let's start with an example. Look at this graph. The vertical axis represents time. The vertical axis represents time. The word axis, axis, axis. Look at the picture. You can try to get the meaning from the picture. Yeah, this is an axis and this is another axis. So, what is the meaning of the word axis? Should be very clear from the picture. Yeah, it means a line on a graph. A line on a graph. Yeah, but here we have one thing to say about the word axis. Yeah, look here at the word axis. There would be a problem if you try to get the plural form of the word axis. Have you ever thought of the plural form of this word? Can anybody tell me? Axis. Would it be another S? Or what? Actually, you will be surprised to know that the plural form is formed by deleting this I and putting E here. So it would be axes. A-X-E-S. Axes. And the pronunciation is different also. Axes. Okay? So here we have two axes. A vertical and a horizontal one. Okay? So the meaning of the word is, again, a line on a graph. A line on a graph. And here is the plural form, axes. Axes. Another example with another word. There is nothing wrong with his brain. He just doesn't work hard enough. Brain. There is nothing wrong with his brain. He just doesn't work hard enough. Brain. What is the meaning of brain? The organ of the body that stores information and controls activity. It's in your head, of course. The brain stores information and controls activity. It does all the thinking for you, of course. Okay, another example. The spelling mistakes in the text had been highlighted in green. Highlighted in green. Okay? Remember last time when we were dealing with reading, we said you have to highlight words or important words in the text. What is the meaning of highlight? Highlight. 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 It means to attract attention or to emphasize something important. How would that be? You could use a highlighter. A highlighter is a kind of a colored pen you can use in order to attract attention, to make people notice something. Color a line or a piece of information in order to make people notice it, or to make you notice it when you read it, if it's important. Another example. Draw a horizontal line across the bottom of the page. Horizontal. Horizontal. Horizontal line, a kind of line. Yeah, it should be clear from that arrow. Horizontal is that direction. Horizontal. The meaning is parallel to the ground meaning this direction, or to the bottom or top edge of something, okay? Bottom of something. So, horizontal. Another example. I love to watch people's reactions when I say who I am. I love to watch people's reactions when I say who I am. Reaction. Reaction. Behavior, a feeling, or an action that is a direct result of something else. It means how people respond to something. How people respond to something. Another example and another word. I go to the mosque regularly. I go to the mosque regularly. 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 It's an adverb, of course. As you notice, we have an ly, so it's an adverb. Regularly. It means often. Often. I do something a lot. I do something often. If I go to the mosque regularly, it means I go every day, for example, or maybe I go 5 times a day. So this is something done regularly. Another example. It should be an easy word. We are revising algebra for the test tomorrow. We are revising algebra for the test tomorrow. If you have a test, what would you do? Of course, you would revise. Okay? And in your book, you have 2 words you can use alternatively. We have the word revise and review. In this context, they both have the same meaning. Revise review. Revise, review. Now this means you can use them alternatively, as I said. The meaning is, of course, to study again something you have already learned in preparation for an exam. If you have an exam, you would revise or review information before going to the exam, of course. In other words, the vertical line represents time. The vertical line represents time. Again, another type of line. Vertical. Yeah, this time the arrow is going up. Vertical. If we have a line in this way, it's going to be called vertical. So vertical means pointing straight up, like this. Straight up. Vertical. And now with writing. Okay. And then we move to another section. She is the main economic advisor. Advisor. Try to get the meaning of advisor. Advisor from the verb advise. What does that mean? And notice that the word advisor can be spelled with ER or OR at the end. Advisor. Advisor, of course, someone whose job is to give advice about a subject. Someone whose job is to give advice about a subject. Another example. Very easy. That's a piece of cake. A piece of cake means very easy. The word cool has a double O in the middle. A double O in the middle. Yeah, from the word itself you can guess what the meaning of double. Double means double. It means consisting of two similar things together. Consisting of two similar things together. Yeah, two similar letters, for example. The word cool that has two O's in it, so it's a double O. Another example. This is a multiple choice test. Multiple choice test. Multiple choice. Multiple choice. Choice is from choose, and we have the word multiple, so what is the meaning of multiple? An exam or question in which you are giving a list of answers and you have to choose the correct one. Like in your exam, you'll have a multiple choice question because you'll have to choose from A, B, C, or D. This is the meaning of a multiple choice question. Another example. Congratulations on the occasion of your wedding anniversary. Congratulations on the occasion of your wedding anniversary. Occasion. What is the meaning of occasion? You are congratulating somebody, so it's a happy occasion, of course. Occasion. 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 It's a particular time, especially when something happens or has happened. Yeah, who can give me an example of an occasion? A wedding, for example. A birthday. Very good. Anything else? Somebody who passed a test. This would be an occasion. Okay, very good. Another example. If there any possibility that you could pick me up from the station, and we have the word that between brackets because it's an optional word. You can use it or you cannot use it. It's up to you. So you could say, if there any possibility you could pick me up from the station, possibility. And in the list of words, you have it in the plural form, possibilities. Possibilities. Notice how the Y is changed into IES. So the singular form would be ending in Y here, but here it ends in IES because it's a plural form. Possibilities. Possibilities. A chance that something may happen or be true. A possibility is a chance that something may happen or be true. So when you are not sure about something, you say there is a possibility that something would happen. Another example. He needs to practice speaking it. He needs to practice with S, speaking it. And I'll give a different example to notice the difference between the two words. You do a practice test before the real one. We have the two words, one with S and one with C, and please try to notice the difference. He needs to practice speaking it. You do a practice test before the real one. Practice here, of course, is a verb with S. He needs to practice speaking it. And you do a practice test. Practice here is excellent. Yeah, practice is a noun. You do a practice test before the real one. So what is the meaning of this word? We have practice as a noun and practice as a verb. Practice. To do something regularly, to train for something. To do something regularly is to practice something. Another example. Education should be relevant to the child's needs. Education should be relevant to the child's needs. Relevant. 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 Relevant means simply something that is connected with, related to. Another example. I had to give, notice the word give or make. I had to give a speech at my brother's wedding, or I had to make a speech at my brother's wedding. Speech. Speech. Does it remind you of the verb speak? Yes. Speech. A formal talk giving usually to a large number of people on a special occasion. So it's a talk, especially a formal one, when you have a lot of people attending, so you give a talk. Then finally we move to the sample questions. In your exam, in the vocabulary sections, you'll have two types of questions. The first one is choose the correct answer from A, B, C, or D, and match the related words. Related words could be opposites, could be meanings, or any kind of related words. Let's start with the first type. Choose the correct answer from A, B, C, or D. What does the sea have for you? Look at the options. Associations, examples, classrooms, drafts, associations, examples, classrooms, drafts, and as I always tell you, please read the whole sentence till the end. What does the sea have for you? Yes? Excellent. Associations. What associations does the sea have for you? What associations does the sea have for you? And another piece of advice is please try to repeat the question with the answer, because you will get used to the usage of the word. What associations does the sea have for you? The K in no is a double, multiple, revised, silent letter. The K in no is a double, multiple, silent, or revised. Silent letter, excellent, very good. A silent letter, meaning that you don't say it, you don't pronounce it. The teacher gave her pupils an dots to do during the holidays. And if we say an, you should expect the next word to be beginning with a vowel letter. An advice, an example, an occasion, an assignment. An advice, example, occasion, assignment. Yes, what is the answer? Sure, it is assignment. The teacher gave her pupils an assignment to do during the holidays. The teacher gave her pupils an assignment to do during the holidays. Teachers at colleges are called actors, instructors, supervisors, or advisors. Teachers at colleges are called, they have a certain name, we call them instructors, of course. And here I have to stop to tell you something. Please make sure you read all the lists of words. We have the red words and the green words. Make sure you know them all. It's not only the green words you are going to be tested in. Please make sure you understand all the words. Here we move to another question. If you like pictures and graphs, you are a dots learner. If you like pictures and graphs, you are a multiple, visual, kinesthetic, or read-write learner. If you like pictures and graphs, you are if you like pictures and graphs, you are a visual learner. Another question. Their wedding was a memorable wedding. What do you call wedding? What is wedding? Yes. Their wedding was a memorable head, faculty, assignment, or occasion. Their wedding was a memorable, of course it's not head or faculty, not even assignment, so it's going to be occasion. Their wedding was a memorable occasion. Very good. What's the of the weather getting better? What's the of the weather getting better? Possibility, form, intelligence, subject. What's the possibility of the weather getting better? What's the form of the weather getting better? Intelligence or subject? Of course, the correct answer is possibility. What's the possibility of the weather getting better? Possibility. Okay?
And another piece of advice, please do not only read the sentences in the book, and because most of my students think that they will have in the exam only the sentences or the questions in the book. Please make sure you understand the usage of the words, and in that case you can answer any question. Okay?
And here we move to another type of question, which is match the related words. And as I told you, they could be opposites, they could be meanings, They could be any words that are related in any way. We'll take one example now. Look at these words, please. Frequency, variety, memory, forget, association, and we have in another column we have lose from your memory, part of the brain, linking, how often you do something, STH here means something, and different things. Please have a look for 1 minute or something. Notice here we have words and their meanings. Words and their meanings. Please have 1 minute, take your time, look at them and try to match them. Okay, I hope that's enough. Frequency. Frequency, of course, as we said in the beginning, is how often you do something. How often you do something. Next, variety. What is variety? Variety means different things, of course. Memory. Great, I can hear it, yeah. Very good students. Memory is, of course, part of the brain. Forget means to lose from your memory, and association is linking. Look at the answers now. Yeah. Frequency, again, frequency is how often you do something. Variety means different things. Memory is part of the brain. Forget is to lose from your memory, and association is linking. Okay? Again, I repeat, in the exam you could have opposites or any kind of related words. Do not expect only meanings, okay? And that's it for today. This is the end of our session. And actually, this was the end of theme 1 as well. And
we will be dealing with theme 2. Till then, have a very nice time. See you next time. Bye.